Hello, I'm Blue Moon.
And I'm Red Moon.
And today we'll be ranking YouTubers we used to watch as kids. For reference, we were born in 2001 and we're 21 right now.
That means we've had unauthorized access to the internet ever since, we can remember, ever.
Yeah.
We don't remember never having unauthorized access to the internet, and as far as we know, our mom never really watched what we were watching, which resulted in the terrible YouTubers that are on this list. So Mom, if you're watching this,
stop watching.
Stop watching. We don't blame you for any of these YouTubers we ended up watching, and luckily, these YouTubers that are on the list didn't affect me too much mentally.
Yeah, but some of them I look back on now and go, oh my god, I watched that? What the fuck?
Why did I watch that when I was 9? Oh my god.
So, we'll get into that, but before we get into it, we just wanted to say we're splitting this up into 3 categories. 1, the classic YouTubers categories, the popular YouTubers, the old school YouTubers that you probably remember.
2, YouTubers that we know because of the certain fandoms we were in. The likelihood of you knowing them is pretty low, but we wanted to include them on this list because they're also
a part of our childhood.
A part of our childhood. And 3, we put a separate category for companies. We were gonna put the companies into like the YouTubers list, but I know some people would be like, BuzzFeed's a company and not a YouTuber, so we made our own category for companies. So without further ado, let's take a trip down memory lane. And actually, I just remembered the last thing. A lot of our critiques on these YouTubers are going to be from our own memories.
So a lot of it's not going to be based in like facts. You're not going to get dates and times and specific like facts about each YouTuber. You're just going to get our memories about each YouTubers for the most part. But I think that's better
because you know the phrase the internet lasts forever. I think they actually mean when people say that people's minds last forever.
Right.
YouTubers only have meaning through the people who watch them. So I feel like making this video through our own memories makes the rankings more realistic. Because it's not like I'm researching and be like, oh, they did that one
and
bad
like judging
thing.
them now. I'm judging them based on my past experience as a kid.
And how they hold up in our memories. Which I think is way more important than just facts on a paper. But if we do say anything wrong, we'll be correcting ourselves. So enough with the disclaimers. Let's
get into it. Okay, so here's our tier list.
We broke it up into 5 categories. We got S tier, we got A tier, B tier, C tier, and Fiery Pits of Hell tier. The first person who's going in the Fiery Pits of Hell is Onision. Let me drag him in real quick, and then we'll explain why.
Onion Boy's going in the Fiery Pits of Hell immediately.
If you don't know who Onision is, good. Yeah, good. But the only thing you need to know is he was investigated by Chris Hansen.
Why don't you take a seat right over there? What was on the agenda tonight?
I was just gonna...
And that's really the only thing you need to know. Like, really.
Yikes.
It summarizes perfectly.
I know a lot of you guys could probably go in the comments and write a whole video essay of why this guy is a shitty person. The main reason why we're putting him on this list is because of his famous YouTube series where he raided people's bodies.
People, mostly minors' bodies. Which is...
terrible. So he had So he had a website where you can send in pictures of yourself without your face in the photo, and he'd rank. I don't know if some people had faces, some people
I don't
didn't.
remember.
I don't exactly remember, but you send in your photo, and there was a button that you clicked to say, yeah, I'm 18. He just trusts you on that.
You could just lie.
He just I know for a fact a ton of minors sent in photos of themselves, and he did not give a fuck, and he rated them. And I don't know why I was watching this as a kid. It was like trash TV where you know his opinions are trash.
Yeah.
But you're just like watching like, damn, how is this guy real?
Like I'm pretty sure it probably affected a lot of like young people who watched his videos, but for me, like, I don't know why I just didn't take his opinions seriously, and I don't know really why I was watching them. Like, I feel like I wanted to learn something from them, but I don't know what I wanted to learn.
Like, I was just like, I remember
I was just curious, because I'm like, oh, this is adult stuff. Like,
like
I thought it was adult, and I was like, I'm learning something, but I don't know what I think I was learning.
Because, you know, we used to sit and watch, like, What Not to Wear with our mom.
Yeah, and
so I was like, oh, this is like What Not to Wear. Girl,
no.
This is not what to wear.
Oh my god, we even watched Onision with our like cousins. When we'd visit their house, we'd go down to their basement on their computer and like watch his shitty videos, and we'd like watch them and like talk about him, and I don't remember what we'd say. And we knew when like their parents would come down, we'd have to like turn it off because we knew it was bad.
Can we all reminisce on when he showed up to court wearing a bulletproof vest backwards and a beanie?
And he sued the wrong guy.
And he went to sue Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
And he sued the wrong Chris Hansen.
Like, that's so funny.
Embarrassing.
So great.
Deserved. I think he's still on YouTube, and I don't understand how YouTube did not kick him off the platform.
I don't know.
Like, how did they let this guy go? Like, if you guys don't know, we were LPS tubers, which is us making videos with these little things, and we were like 15. And YouTube put really harsh, like,
restrictions onto kids channels, like the COPPA Act. You can do some research into that, but it basically restricted a bunch of things to kids channels, which included LPS channels, which weren't doing any harm to kids.
And they let Onision, who they probably knew had a children audience, make videos on the platform, and I can't even. Last thing I want to mention is, if you don't know him from those videos, you might know him from the I'm a banana, but now you know he's a pedo.
Yeah.
So,
you're welcome. I'm sorry.
let's move on to someone even worse. Shane Dawson.
Okay, so we watched Shane Dawson before he started like putting Barbies in waffle fryers. We watched him when he used to do like character skits with all these characters he used to make up, and when he had his own like mini show, like mini movie, he did like music videos with the characters he made, and all of his characters were horribly offensive, like 9 times out of 10. Like they're all
Shanae.
Like.
And I remember he apologized like years later for his character Shanae, which was basically like a horrible stereotype of like a black person. But he was still making merch with Shanae on it.
Yeah,
he was
like, I'm sorry, that was so bad. And then he's like, check out my merch shop if you want Shanae merch. Like, what? Like, I remember watching some of his skits as a kid, especially, like, there was one video with Shanae in it, where, like, it had a nice ending. Like, it had a cute little lesson at the end, where it's like, oh, it's better to give than to receive type of energy, I think. But
yeah,
it was still, like, riddled with horrible jokes.
And
just,
stereotypes.
Like, stereotypes. It was, like, icky.
It was gross. So he always tried sticking lessons at the end of his videos to make them feel like there was a purpose to all these really shitty jokes.
Yeah.
And like, I must confess, I watched him until like 2019 or something.
Yeah, like when he did his conspiracy theory videos with like Ryland and Garrett and Drew. I love those videos. Like when he did the ghost hunting videos, I watched them.
I still follow Drew because looking back in retrospect, people were like, wow, Shane really treated like Garrett terrible. And like I went and watched those videos, and I remember when I was like watching them for the first time, he would make fun of Garrett's interests like the entire fucking video. Like Garrett really loved Harry Potter, and he would just be like dragging him the whole time.
We have to like pretend like you're dead, and every time you say one of your like crappy Harry Potter jokes, they're not crappy. We all just go.
I'm a Hufflepuff, and I think it's the Hufflepuff way to let your friend try it first.
As a true Slitherbuff,
That's not what that is.
And I had really shitty friendships at the time. Like my friends would make fun of my interests.
Yeah,
and I
so
thought
that seemed normal when I watched it through Shane. When I watched those types of relationships through Shane Dawson's videos too, I'm like, oh, it's normal to have friends like put down your interests.
So like
that.
Not only did watching him like make me think my shitty friends were okay, but he was also just a kind of a piece of crap who thought he can get away with saying like insane shit. And I know people are gonna be in the comments like, the internet was different. People were so sensitive.
Like
back
it wasn't.
then.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Like he did. Not to mention, I'm not going to go into a whole, like, detail about all of the horrible things Shane Dawson has done, but he's done blackface, and I specifically remember this one music video I think he did with one of his characters. He had, like, a teacher character, and the teacher character was, like, baking cookies, and the cookies were shaped like dicks, and he had one of his little kid actors eat the cookie. Like, that's disgusting. That's fucking gross.
That's
like,
weird.
That's fucking weird.
How did he get these parents to get their kids to do this?
Yeah, like,
that's just so weird.
That grosses me out so much in retrospect. Like, ew.
We have 2 Shane Dawson pictures on this list because I thought we might as well rank new Shane and old Shane on different things, tiers, but I think they belong in the same category because he's not shown any really growth or change from old Shane to new Shane, and he just wants people to forget about his past, and no one's gonna forget, okay? So we're putting them in the fiery pits of hell. Alright, now we're lightening the mood with Jenna Marbles and Julian, and all their dogs are also included.
Kermit Marbles, all of them.
They're all included here, and they're all amazing people and dogs.
Yes. We watched Jenna Marbles, like, maybe not back in the era where she, like, did, when she did, like, makeup videos and videos about shoes, but we watched kind of in between those eras, and we watched her up until she quit YouTube a few years ago.
Jenna.
What?
What are you gonna do?
Muffin? Oh, 100 lashes! Where?
Oh my god, it's not even in the money.
Yeah, time me up, 50 Shades Ducko. Whoa!
Goodbye. Alright, we'll let you go back up into your chill hangout spot in peace. Goodbye, Mubble. I'll never let go, Mubble. I'll never let go.
And Shane Dawson wishes he was Jenna Marbles because she did an apology way better than he could ever do.
Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs. So as you can see, I said, hey, ching chong wing wong, shake your King Kong ding dong. Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs. It's inexcusable. It's not okay. I'm incredibly sorry if this offended you. Then, now, whenever. It doesn't need to exist. It shouldn't have existed. I shouldn't have said that. Ever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's not okay.
And it's so weird, like, she was getting called out for problematic videos she made before I even started watching her on YouTube.
Yeah.
And she apologized for them and stepped off of the platform. And Shane Dawson's been getting called out his entire career.
And he still keeps going.
He still kept going. He saw Jenna Marbles' video and said he was inspired by her video to apologize. How about be inspired by your...
To quit. Be inspired to quit. Please.
How about
We're begging you.
be inspired by the years and years of people telling you to apologize instead of someone else's apology video being well received that makes you inspired to apologize. You were inspired to apologize because you thought you'd be forgiven.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm making this video. I saw Jenna Marbles' video and it really inspired me and felt like a sign from the universe that I want to do this.
Back to Jenna Marbles, I was ranting a little bit. She's amazing. Her content was just really fun. And I just remember sitting and like watching her videos and laughing, and I showed them to my friends. And it was just a good, non-offensive time.
Yeah, like it was just fun and wholesome.
Yes, hello. It's me, your tall friend, Jenna. Here to do tall people things. Would you like to play a game of pickup basketball where I will most for sure dunk on you?
And she really, like, you know, Shane Dawson showed me what terrible friends are like.
Yeah.
Well, Jenna Marbles showed me what a good relationship looks like, because I don't have a lot of examples of those in my real life.
That's what you'd like to see me wear.
Yeah, I think this would be mad cute on you.
Aww.
You look fucking hot.
I don't know.
You look hot. Oh my god, that looks so cute. That's actually like kind of sick. It looks really cute.
Really?
Yeah, you look so cute.
Aw, thanks.
And seeing her and Julian together, like, treat each other
Like
amazingly.
it's just like they're such good role models just as people and just as like a couple together.
And I'm glad I watched them when I was young, because they're really great people.
Yes.
Like, oh my
like
god.
S tier. My bad.
S tier.
We love
I
her.
hope she comes back soon, but if she's not comfortable with it and stays off the platform forever, that's fine.
That's fine. We love Jenna. We'll let her do what she wants. S tier.
S tier. And Jenna, if you're watching this, congrats on your wedding.
Congrats, you're so cute. I love your wedding.
And if Shane Dawson Onision's watching this,
fuck you, bitch. Okay, next. Okay, so next we have Smosh, and now Smosh is very hard for me. We used to watch them way back in the day when they used to upload, like, for example, like the Assassin's Creed music videos or Legend of Zelda music videos, and maybe even earlier than that when they used to do Mail Time with Smosh.
Oh my god,
I love those videos.
I think our first Smosh video was, I forget what the video is called, Man Spider.
I forget.
I remember my cousins watched Smosh, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to watch, and they like left the room, and I had their like computer to myself, so I was like, Man Spider, what's that? I click on it. I was like so disturbed because there was like a ton of violence in that video, and I was like,
you're like, what the fuck?
But then I kept watching, and I never stopped.
Yeah.
Littering!
It's like, Smosh was a mix between, like, adult humor and kind of, like, childish humor at the same time. Because they were, like, teenagers when they made those videos, so it makes sense.
I always knew your weakness was water and dying. Burritos are made of, okay, 1, cement, and 2, Donald Trump's old skin.
Yeah, but I've tried both those things, and they taste just fine!
Step 2, problem solving. If you're having a problem with something, shooting it usually helps. Oh god, guys, this is the worst species of girlfriend, known as the pissed off all the timers, or more simply known as my girlfriend.
I can hear you, asshole.
I'll just move my car then.
He's resisting arrest! Oh, my leg!
Handicapped!
But a lot of their stuff was also fucked up, like Shane Dawson, and I don't really know if they've apologized for that stuff.
Wait, you only had me come over so you could have a hot girl in a bikini in the video's thumbnail, right?
No.
How does it feel to be objectified?
Not good.
It's tough, it's tough. I love Smosh, but though I'm like, oh, they're a little tricky.
I think they got away with making problematic content, much like Shane Dawson, because their audience was kids. Because I know I was a kid and I was watching Smosh and Shane, and like I didn't know what adult humor was.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really watch adult shows besides my dad forcing me to watch The Simpsons.
Right.
So I was like, oh, this must be what adult humor is. Like, yeah, that sounds offensive. Like I knew it sounded wrong, but it was like, oh, it's just like
adult humor. Like that's why it sounds weird to me, because I just don't know like what they're talking about. Like I didn't fully grasp some of the concepts they were talking about yet, but I knew they were adult and I knew that they were like potentially wrong.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a very good Kardashian butt.
Shut up! As a kid, I mimicked a lot of the stuff that Smosh like said in their videos without knowing like how wrong it was, and I'm glad I never really mimicked that type of stuff in front of my parents.
Yeah.
Like I watched their video, Dixon Cider, their music video for that song, and I didn't know, if you repeat that word really fast, yeah, you know what that means, and I didn't know what that meant at the time. Like I knew it was a dirty joke, but I didn't really like comprehend what it was referencing, and I'd sing it to myself all the time, but I never sang it in front of an adult, and I'm so glad for that.
I'm so glad
I never did that.
And then in retrospect, I watched that video and I was like, oh my god,
it's so blatantly obvious. How did I not get it? But because it was because I was a kid, like I just didn't get it. And the same goes for like, I know Smosh back in the day, their iconic like shut up like tagline they have in the beginning of their videos. Like they made an app for that, where it's just an app where you just click a button, they would say it, and
they would just say shut up.
I don't know if it was their official app or it was just an app I found on the Play Store, but I remember downloading it and like clicking it in front of my dad repeatedly. He's like, you probably shouldn't be saying that. And I just kept clicking it.
I was like, I'm not saying it, the app's saying it.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'd be like, my brother was home, I'd be like, hey bro, come here, and he'd be like, what? And I'd be like, shut up. So I do have good memories with Smosh. In fact, my favorite Smosh video is one I didn't see when it came out because I was too young to watch it when it came out, but it's the That Was Easy button video.
Oh yeah.
Where like, I don't think that was the whole premise of the video. Actually, it might have been.
Yeah, they were trying to retrieve like a button that Anthony threw into the woods or something.
But one of my favorite scenes in the whole video is this one.
Why are you bringing that stupid thing?
Oh, good luck.
Not anymore.
That was easy.
It's so cheesy and so silly. It just makes me laugh every time. I
feel
love
like
that video.
I like Smosh as a kid because a lot of their humor was very like just funny and like goofy and like
it was
a little
like
cheesy, and they inspired me who like made LPS videos and LPS music videos at the time because I watched their music videos and like aspire to be like that.
Like make silly skits like them. Like
I'm sure that was the same like for a lot of people who watch Smosh because they're one of the earlier channels who are really popular, and they probably inspired a lot of people, but they also inspired me in making YouTube videos when I was younger.
They were like regular show without any guidelines and being very offensive.
But Smosh, that was where the actual true
Smosh is what the cool kids watch.
Talent and smart humor. And the internet was completely unfiltered, uncensored, and you were just a sixth grader strolling around,
eating it up, like on top. And it's this scary thing of like, my parents had no fucking clue what I was watching.
I think
they're gonna go
in B.
Yeah, they're a good middle. They're like half bad, half good.
They're like chaotic neutral.
Yeah, they are.
If you guys have any objections to this, let us know, because once again, we're doing this based off memory. So C. I mean B.
B. My bad.
Where are you?
Right there.
Okay.
And B. Okay, so next we're going to talk about 3 YouTubers together. We're going to be talking about Minecraft YouTube circa 2010 through 2015, I'm guesstimating. Because,
not too sure.
Yeah, we're little. A lot of little kids love Minecraft. We love Minecraft, and we watch a lot of these Minecraft YouTubers. And the 3 Minecraft YouTubers we're going to be talking about is Skydoes Minecraft, Captain Sparkles, and Tobuscus. He made a few Minecraft music videos as well.
I don't even know where to start because I don't actually remember a lot of their content. So Skydoes Minecraft, he got in trouble for something, right?
Recently for being a pedophile?
Wait, or there's too many
Minecraft?
pedophile Minecraft YouTubers.
Yeah,
Hang
it's
on.
scary. I think that was him. That was him. He got into some sort of controversy.
I thought
recently.
it was something with his girlfriend.
I don't remember. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm not going to mention that, but when we watched his videos when we were younger, I'm pretty sure they were kind of wholesome. They weren't so they weren't too bad. I remember watching like his escape from prison like series he did with a bunch of his friends.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Gizzy. And I am here with Skydoes Minecraft. Or he's all by himself. Look.
In it.
What?
Get in the toilet right now. Get in the toilet.
Hey guys, it's What is going on?
I'll slit your throat in your sleep.
Holy shit.
Whoa, my God.
Sorry, it's my first day. I came from the Christian prison down the road.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm going.
Get in the toilet.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna beat you until you can't breathe no more. Come here, boy.
I don't remember watching most of his other videos. I just remember repeatedly watching like that series, and I don't think it was that bad, so I'm gonna say he belongs in A tier. At the time, it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't the worst thing I could be watching on the internet.
That's true.
You know, like,
he could have been watching Onision.
Yeah. I was watching Onision, but
like, objectively, compared to the rest of this list, he was not that bad, and I don't remember if he made offensive jokes or not, which, you know, like we said, we're going based off memory, and he didn't leave that much of an impact on my brain.
Yeah.
So that makes him good in my book.
Yeah. Same with Captain Sparkles. We watched a bunch of his music videos, like...
Creeper. Oh, man.
Oh, oh my god, the one Coldplay song he did. But Captain Sparkles was pretty good. He didn't have any offensive humor in his videos.
Anyways, he's rich now. When I was looking at photos of him, I saw him posing next to a really expensive car, and I was like, good for you.
Good for you,
because
man.
I don't remember him doing anything offensive, and his videos were really fun and iconic.
Yes.
His music videos are iconic.
They are. Like, sometimes I'll listen to that Coldplay song and remember the lyrics from the Minecraft video instead.
Yeah, he's honestly more iconic than Coldplay.
I'd say S tier for Captain Sparkles.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Sky Does Minecraft goes in A, and Captain Sparkles goes in S. And all we have left is to talk about Tobuscus. I think he's done also problematic things.
I think he got in trouble. He's the one who got in trouble with the girlfriend or something.
Okay, really? Okay, I don't know.
He was like abusing his girlfriend. I don't know if it was proven wrong or not. But based just off his content, I don't remember it being offensive really.
Yeah, he had like animated series where I remember the the chicken nugget song, the biscuits. I think he did a song about like biscuits and like chicken nuggets, and I remember having that song stuck in my head all the time.
But they're not as iconic as Captain Sparkle's songs because I don't remember them right now off the top of my head. But his cartoons were pretty funny, and at least they were cartoons, you know,
like they're made for kids.
Like he seemed to know his audience was children, which is good because a lot of YouTubers want to pretend like they don't know. But I think Tobuscus wasn't that bad, and I don't remember his content didn't really horribly affect me.
Yeah, so I'd say A tier also.
Yeah. A tier.
Okay, so the next YouTuber we're going to be talking about is Markiplier, and for reference, we made our YouTube channel all the way back in 2013. We were about 11 years old, and Markiplier's FNAF videos started taking off around the same time.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's.
And we were there right when his channel was blowing up.
Because every middle schooler was talking about FNAF.
I remember being on the school bus and looking over and someone was watching Markiplier on their phone play Five Nights at Freddy's.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi.
We'd been there when Markiplier's channel was rising, and I love Markiplier. We have so many good memories, like watching his videos.
Jesus. Someone's got bad breath.
Like, he's a good guy. He raises monies for charities.
Yeah,
he supports
for charities.
good grammar. He supports like indie games. Like
he does a lot. Like I might not keep up with his channel like all the time now, but I think he's S tier. Was the videos we were watching him play as a kid like good? Like were the games good? Maybe should we have been watching them? Like should we have been learning about the bite of 87 when we were like 12?
Like should I have been studying for my math test instead? Like
maybe,
but that's the point of YouTube. You don't learn watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, and Markiplier was obviously like showing that he was disgusted by like the stuff that was going on in the game and like said that the things were like wrong. You know, like as a kid, like he wasn't saying this is good, like this is so cool.
It's so good that kid got used.
Now that might sound bad, I know.
Yeah!
He's not really a bad influence, he was just playing a scary game and screaming. And making some jokes.
You know what? I'm not even gonna be nice to you. Fuck you and everything you care about or loved or ever needed in your life. I hope you get nothing beneficial to you to advance your career. I hope you don't get that promotion. I hope you don't enjoy all the lovely things in life. I hope you don't see beaches and travel around the world. I hope you do nothing! Oh, shit. Well, there's... Oh, God damn it!
I think Markiplier, obviously, goes in S tier.
Yes. No question.
But actually, Markiplier, if you're watching this right now, Stop it with your scary thumbnails.
They freak me out at night when I'm
Stop
trying to find a YouTube video to watch and I see one of your YouTube videos suggested. It freaks me out.
Like,
Stop.
look at this. Like, that just looks like a poster of a scary movie. I know he actually is working on a scary movie.
Oh yeah.
So that's actually really good promo.
And he might potentially be in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out.
So actually, I take that back. I see the vision. I see the aesthetic you're going for. Never mind, you're still in S tier. Keep scaring me, Markiplier.
Yeah, keep going. Keep up the gore.
Okay, now we're talking about David Dobrik. Now, similar to Markiplier, I watched him when I was, sort of young.
All I have to say is he reminds me of Jake Paul a little bit, where he's just like a bad influence for kids. Like he'd do like risky or dangerous things and like make it out to look so cool, or like dare his friends to do things and like hang like rewards above their heads. Like if you do this, like you can be in a video, like you can get like popular if you do this one thing for my channel. Like it's kind of ew.
It's
like,
messed
gross.
up. And the people he surrounds himself with are pretty questionable.
And they'd always use girls in videos and do horrible things with like the girls in the videos and sexualize them. And his one friend, like they'd make race jokes about, and he came out later saying like he wasn't comfortable with them. And Jason Nash is kind of a fucking creep. And then like Trisha Paytas was in there, and like I have a lot of opinions about her. She's kind of crazy. Like, yeah, David Dobrik, like, and a lot of the topics in his video was also pretty adult, and maybe I was just like a naive, like innocent little high schooler, but a lot of the jokes too, like I didn't fully like comprehend the gravity of like everything he was saying. Like again, I didn't repeat anything he was saying or like think it was right what he was saying. I knew it was wrong.
It felt like trash TV once again, even though I was old enough to understand what he was saying and I knew it was wrong. I was watching because I'm like, oh, it's like trash TV. These people are crazy. They're just fun to watch. It's like watching a dumpster fire or something.
Right.
And then after like controversy after controversy kept coming out, I'm like, I'm gonna stop giving views, aka money, to this person. So I don't watch his videos anymore. I don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
And I don't understand, guys.
Okay.
Let me be real. Okay, I'm asexual and aromantic, and I always saw people being like, David Dobrik's so hot.
He's a Muppet.
Girl.
A Muppet.
He's literally a Muppet in human form.
Yeah.
Like, what? Girl. No. And his hat, this is David Dobrik.
Like, no.
No, he curled the hair up.
His hair just sticking
His
out.
hair-
Like,
No.
no, ew. He's like, do a dangerous stunt for my YouTube channel.
Like,
do a dangerous stunt.
No.
Like,
No. And then he fucked up his friend. His friend got seriously injured for like the rest of his life.
Like,
and he does not give a fuck.
And I think he goes in C tier. Like, he's not fiery pits of hell, but he's C tier for me.
But why not?
Is he as bad as Onision? No.
No, I guess not.
Like,
but this is really hard to rate. This is like rating morals.
Yeah.
This is like rating.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's not as bad as
I feel like it's not as bad because his audience wasn't that young. Like,
most of them.
Most of them were, at least the people I knew who were watching David Dobrik weren't that young. They weren't like Jake Paulers or like
his videos gave like MTV kind of.
Yeah, like I feel like teenagers are watching his videos. So I'm gonna put him in C. You guys can debate on that.
Okay, so the next YouTuber we're going to be mentioning is one that some of you may think is annoying and one that some of you may love a lot.
He's the first YouTuber to hit 1 million subscribers, and of course we're talking about Fred.
Hey, it's Fred! And I'm gonna go grocery shopping! P.S. Your voice is weird. Oh, and I wonder why he thought my voice was weird. Well, whatever.
Honestly, I always heard a lot of shitty things about him. Like, his voice is annoying. Like, his videos are so dumb. Shut up. You just don't know how to have fun.
Oh my god, there's a shark! I need to get something for my mom. Anti-diarrheal pills.
Yeah,
Fred is
like,
fun.
he's funny. Like, it's silly humor.
I'm gonna give these to Kevin because Kevin's a little baby and needs diapers. And, I wet the bed sometimes.
It's silly, it's funny, and it's basically pretty non-offensive besides him stalking a girl next door, but she's not real, so I feel like
it's not as bad.
It's not as bad as stalking a real-life girl. I feel like I sound insane this whole video.
Yeah. Oh my god, she has notes inside here. I love Kevin and I'm gonna marry him someday. Fred is really ugly. I hate him. I hope he dies.
Do you remember that when he went on iCarly?
Yes, I do
That
remember
was so
that.
crazy.
That was so iconic. Like, that was such a period in time. Like I love that.
YouTubers aren't invited anywhere anymore.
Yeah. Also, like, watched his movies. I remember loving his movies, too. I love Fred. His, like, videos were silly and goofy, and some people may have found his voice annoying, but he wasn't a bad influence for kids, and I generally enjoyed watching his videos as a kid.
Thanks, you guys are such good friends.
I don't even know you.
You're so funny. See ya.
So I think Fred's S tier, and Lucas still makes videos to this day.
Check out his channel.
I like his channel. He's really great. S tier. Next up, we got the America's Funniest Home Videos of YouTube, Ray William Johnson. He was making videos way before I even started watching YouTube.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know his channel, he'd basically just like pick fun videos off the internet and show them and
talk about them.
Provide a little commentary on them. It was literally like America's Funniest Home Videos.
So there's this video that's been blowing up with over 2 million views. And I don't know why though, it's just footage of 2 people at a party about to hook up, but they don't realize the window's open. But the video has since been taken down. So people on this website called reddit.com were amassing sort of a witch hunt against Opie, the guy who actually smashed the cake. So Opie and Anthony are no stranger to controversy. They actually got a lot of shit a while back for some jokes they made about raping Condoleezza Rice. And again, for smashing a homeless woman's guitar.
But anyways, in the grand scheme of YouTubers, Ray William Johnson wasn't that bad, and you know, his content was pretty fun to watch for like hours and hours because there's always like new videos he's talking about.
Right.
I'm Keegan Michael Key.
And I am Jordan Peele.
And we are Key and Peele from
Yes.
Comedy Central.
We are hosting today.
I don't know if Ray William Johnson ever asked permission to put people's videos in his video.
I'm not sure. That's kind of a gray area, but I think he belongs in A. Because he wasn't a bad influence for me to be watching as a kid, and I generally enjoyed his videos as a kid.
Do you know how many joints a pelican can fit in its beak?
Oh, probably several.
Several hundred. Plus, very anatomically similar to a bong, a pelican.
That's
the
very
chamber,
true.
the carb.
Just get it in there.
Got the water, so it's like a water bong. I want to smoke out of a pelican.
So I think he's A. Yeah. So the next 2 YouTubers we're gonna be talking about together because they fall in the food category. For some reason as a kid we'd watch like food YouTubers, even though I still don't know how to cook to this day. You'd think I'd learn after watching them, but we used to watch Epic Mealtime and Nerdy Nummies, 2 very different channels.
Yeah. Nerdy Nummies, she made baking videos, and she would bake hella good. Like cake box level good.
Yeah,
like, oh my god.
I feel like when I was a kid, I liked watching her videos because, like, I'm an artist, and she'd basically make works of art. Like, they were so pretty. Like, all her cakes were beautiful.
As cupcakes.
Yeah.
And I just love her videos, and she was so calm, and she always had, like, kind of tame jokes, so it was, like, nice for kids to be watching.
What do you think?
I feel like I should rob a train while I'm wearing this mustache.
Oh, yeah, see, you're never gonna catch me, coppers. Yeah, see.
You foiled my plans once again.
You can do it!
You missed! Half of it's outside of the bowl!
You know what? That's cooking, okay? Cooking isn't clean.
Wait, is this clean? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. All right.
I mean, it's gonna get cooked, right? So who cares
Yeah.
if that's some
I will mix it. Yeah.
bacteria.
The high temperature will kill the bacteria.
Yeah.
I love her content, and I think she belongs in S tier.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. She's a wholesome YouTuber that I love watching as a kid, and she didn't leave a bad impression on me.
No.
At all.
So, S.
Now, for Epic Mealtime, I feel like I put them in S tier. They didn't really do anything wrong. I don't think they had offensive humor, did they?
The only thing that I remember them doing that wasn't really offensive, that felt offensive, was they go to fast food restaurants, go through the drive-thru, and request an insane amount of food.
15 Big Macs, please.
Excuse me?
15 Baconators.
What?
All right, we're gonna go over to A&W real quick. We'll be right back. 15 teen burgers. No vegetables. How long will it be?
I actually don't know. No one's ever made 15 burgers.
I worked in fast food since then, and if they pulled in my drive-thru, I'd get out of the drive-thru window and punch the shit out of them.
I think I just quit on the spot.
Yeah.
Or go, hang on, and cry in the freezer.
Besides that, I think they were like an okay influence, and as a kid, there was no way I was gonna get my hands on 100 hamburgers, so it wasn't like I could imitate them, you know? I just remember the one time I showed my dad one of their videos, I was like, look, these guys made like a giant like hamburger, and he was like, what? And I was like, it's sick. Anyways, I think Epic Mealtime belongs in S tier. What do you
S tier? Well, I feel like A, since you had like one qualm about them.
Is that big enough to move them down?
I also feel like my memory's not good enough to like fully rate them.
Okay, A. Okay. They go in A. Look at this picture I have of him with the giant.
Like, damn.
Oh my god.
Did he donate?
Yeah, did he donate the food? Did they eat it all? I think he had a big group of friends.
That's true.
I think they mostly ate all the food.
I guess people could argue some of his all of his videos are kind of like wasteful, but it depends on what he did afterwards. I don't have like a good memory to like remember what he did, so I feel like he's still gonna be an A. A. I think his friends ate them though. Okay, so the next old school YouTubers we're going to be talking about is Rhett and Link, and I think they automatically go in S tier because they're not problematic. I'm dragging them in here really quick. Like, they're going immediately in S tier, and I'm just going to explain why I'm putting them in S tier. I loved, once again, watching their music videos and their skits that they used to do, like, all the time, and I loved watching Good Mythical Morning.
Good mythical morning. Good mythical morning.
Good mythical morning.
Good mythical morning.
We are very happy to have special guest Rosanna Pansino from the show Nerdy Nummies.
Nerdy Numbers.
They're like Smosh, but not offensive, and they have nothing they need to apologize for.
Right.
Like, I can go back and watch their content without feeling guilty or cringing.
And there's a point when Andre
No,
the
see
Giant...
if you can cut. Just try it. Honestly, try to cut and talk at the same time. This will be a breakthrough for you.
There's a point when Andre the Giant goes on, So I put this end on my finger, and then I grab the battery.
This is the deep end, right?
Hey, can you hand me the hairdryer?
They're just really inspiring people, and like they started their YouTube channel, and then they ended up on like what, Jimmy Fallon or something. Like that's so sick.
Like that's so.
And
cool.
I love seeing their friendship together. That's the best part about watching Rhett and Link is seeing two friends like build a whole career together, and you just get to follow them through it.
It's not about anything in particular. We're not going to be talking about the sad, dreary news stories. We're not going to be talking about celebrity news and who's getting divorced and who's getting married and Justin Bieber.
Really? We can't talk about
We cannot talk about Justin Bieber. That is the first rule of Good Mythical Morning. I just came up with it.
And Rhett and Link taught us friendships can't last forever.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We love them. So the next couple of YouTubers we're going to be talking about fall into the Storytime YouTuber category. So we're going to be talking about Gabby Hanna, Superwoman aka Lily Singh, and I think Jessie V also made Storytime YouTube
but
videos.
she started doing top 10s eventually, so we'll talk about her separately.
Yeah.
But let's tackle the hardest one to do. Gabby Hanna. You guys probably heard about her recently due to freaking out on TikTok
and a bunch of and on YouTube and just like everywhere or whatever. But as far as her old videos go, she used to do a lot of Storytime videos, and I think actually there was a controversy with one of her Storytime videos where like she told a story about like a girl who passed away in her class, and she was already popular at the time, so she like brought that family's like issue back into like the public light, which was kind of like made them relive their past
that's
experience.
terrible. I don't remember that.
I think I do remember that. I remember watching the original video, and then I remember like a few years later hearing about that, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even think about that when I was watching it.
That's terrible.
But all of her other Storytime videos weren't really that bad because she was just talking about things like from personal experience. Like I think she talked about like her getting into a car accident.
But to be honest, I think that the fact that I'm a horrible driver actually ended up saving my life. Had I hit the brakes the way we were because it was so steep and slippery, I probably would have rolled the car and it would have smashed us to bits and completely killed us. So yay to being a horrible driver!
And something else. Like I remember watching them a lot because I'm like, oh, I get an insight about like what adult life is like.
Right, like as a kid, I was always like, oh, like I'd brush off the weirdest fucking things just because I didn't know. You know, Gabby Hanna, she didn't have that much of an impact on me, but she's kind of problematic now, so I feel like I'll put her in B.
Next, we're gonna talk about Lily Singh. She also did Storytime videos back in the day, and I remember like watching them. I think she also did skits. She did school skits or something, and they weren't bad. They weren't really problematic. I enjoyed watching them as a kid, so I feel like she's an A tier.
What up, everyone? It's your girl, Superwoman.
Yeah, I think didn't she like imitate her own parents though? I feel like I saw people like critiquing her for
like maybe she did like stereotypes of like
her own parents or something,
like, her own culture. It kind of reminds me of Vine, where people were like doing all of that type of content where it's like Asian people do this, white people do this,
like girls are like this.
Like that was kind of like the humor.
White people be like, Billy, where are you, Billy? Is that you? Black people be like, man, forget Billy, Billy's dead!
She has a boyfriend. She'll wake up in a bit.
Which is like not good and not excusable, but like that's tricky.
It's hard for me to judge as a white person what's bad and what's good from like her perspective, but I don't really remember her doing anything that crazy.
Yeah.
And her videos to me aren't that memorable. I feel like we're gonna put her right next to Gabby Hanna because her videos didn't leave like that much of an impact on me.
Yeah.
But she's not really a terrible human being as far as I remember.
Yeah. So B.
Okay, next we're gonna be talking about Jessie V. She basically made Storytime videos in like top 10.
She talked about like supernatural things a lot.
I liked her content.
You know when people just think that shy people are snobs? But we're not, we're just literally shy and anxious. So there were a few accidents and this toy was pulled from shelves. I feel like I remember seeing commercials for this toy actually.
But like her videos weren't really that bad and I could watch them. I remember I used to watch them for hours and hours. And I think at one point I caught up to like all her videos and I was just waiting for new ones. Well, I'm gonna put her an A because I like her content and she hasn't really done anything wrong, so let's put her an A.
The next old school YouTuber we're gonna be talking about is Grave 3 Yard Girl, aka Bunny, and we loved Bunny as a kid. Like, she was also a YouTuber who made supernatural like videos, but she'd also make videos trying out as seen on TV products, which I just like consumed as a kid. Like, I loved them.
I loved her type of content.
Hey everybody, it's Bunny, and we are using the last few seconds of daylight left to find out, does this thing really work? Ooh, were you impressed with that? That took maximum coordination.
And I don't remember what videos these were, but I specifically remember her like standing in like a school bus parking lot and just making videos in a graveyard.
Oh yeah, she
like
did
I feel like
that a
that's
lot.
where her name came from, Grave 3 Yard Girl, because she'd hang out at graveyards and like randomly school bus lots. I don't know why, I don't remember the context, but I loved her outfits and I really love her hair. Like I was really considering dyeing my hair black and blonde because I just love the way it like looks on her.
And I remember I watched her videos where she'd go all out for Halloween and she'd like buy a bunch of stuff to give out to kids on Halloween, and I'm like, that is just so cute.
It's the day when I show you guys the magical treat bags that I am putting together for the trick-or-treaters. Yes, at my house, I give out money sometimes to trick-or-treaters. Tons of toys and goodies.
Like, I love that.
And Halloween used to be a really big thing in my family, so like watching her videos, like especially the Halloween ones, like brings me like so much nostalgia.
And like I'm, I guess, more into alternative fashion as a kid. Like, she kind of got me into like that realm of like, okay, so I can look like this and be an adult, you know?
Like, I don't have to dress like how my mom wants me to dress.
Right.
Like,
I know, I've seen some of her TikToks recently too, and she still dresses the same. She still has like a collection of creepy dolls in her house, and I just love that.
she's staying true to herself.
Yeah, she
and
knows who she is and what she likes.
I really admire that. So
Yeah.
I think she's going an A tier.
Yeah,
I like her. Okay, next we're talking about what my baby sensory videos were. Before baby sensory videos really were existing on YouTube at the time. The slow-mo guys were my baby sensory videos. Like, I would sit and watch the videos from start to finish.
Because I feel like too as a kid, like I was into making YouTube videos and I wanted to see how they set up the camera and like the behind the scenes of how they did what they did, and I was like, I felt like I was learning so much from their videos. Like I was consuming everything like a sponge.
Okay, so we'll start off filming at 1,000 foops in 4K. It should look top of the morning. Bloody lovely. Yeah, and keep the plate angled slightly towards the camera, not away. Okay, ready? Yeah.
Yeah, and they talk about their cameras and how they were setting up the shot to get like it in perfect slow-mo, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm learning. It reminded me a lot of Mythbusters.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and I used to love watching that show.
Is it possible to build a giant-sized glue trap and catch a human?
This one is definitely sticky.
So I love the slow-mo guys. Yeah. I don't think they've ever done anything problematic as far as I know, like unless they like kill the kid in slow-mo, like let me know.
Right. Let's decapitate this guy in slow-mo.
Like unless they gone off the rails, I don't think they have.
No, I think I would have heard about that.
I forget to fucking put the one.
Probably. Remy made this list really late at night.
I made this really late at night. We're gonna put them on here digitally.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
we love
They're
them.
an S tier.
Okay, so the last YouTuber in this category is Vsauce. He's another kind of sciencey YouTuber.
It's Vsauce Michael here.
Oh yeah, it's Vsauce Michael here.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
And I remember watching his videos as a kid, and like I learned a lot, but I also didn't learn that much because his videos were very like above my level of education, like as a kid, or just above like what I was capable of thinking of when I was younger. So like I'd watch his videos all the way through and only taken like 1% of the information because it was he's very scientific and very smart. Like even now I'm like, damn, I don't know what he's talking about.
And he calculated that the human body, seen at a distance of 168,000 kilometers, would also be reduced to merely a few individual photons.
But I think I learned some things watching his videos. Do I remember what I learned? No.
No,
But I liked his videos. They were informational, and that was a pretty good thing for me as a kid to be watching.
I think he's like A tier just because I don't exactly remember the shit he was teaching me, but he's still fun to watch, so.
What is that picture?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're actually gonna jump ahead in our categories and go to companies because there's only 3 channels in this group, so we're gonna get them out of the way. The first company we're gonna talk about is BuzzFeed. Now, I know BuzzFeed gets a lot of hate for the content that they made.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of crazy content on their channel, like the one where they had girls paint with their period blood.
Like,
what the fuck?
Like, they had weird stuff sometimes, but a lot of the times they were just silly or like slightly informational, or they'd like try crazy foods or like stereotypical like YouTuber videos, you know,
like clickbaity stuff.
Right.
Like I forget that I had one guy who's never eaten fruit in his entire life, and people were like, "There's no way that's true."
Right.
Okay, what the fuck is this? This looks like a sea creature. It smells kind of good.
And I still don't know if that was a true video or not.
That was probably fake.
That was probably fake. So they posted kind of questionable things.
Yeah.
But overall, they had a lot of good YouTubers come out of BuzzFeed.
Right.
Like BuzzFeed Unsolved. I love Shane and
Ryan.
And Ryan.
Look at the way I dance on it. I disrespect your bridge, goat man.
He's taking names right now.
You hear that, goat man?
He's
You
sharpening his little
and
blades.
Ryan Bergara own your bridge.
I don't. Nope. Don't loop me into your shit.
Yep.
Stop looping me. I hate when you do this in the
Well,
demon
then tell
places.
him. Tell him you're not part of this.
I'm not part of his little charade.
You're talking to goat man now.
I see what you've done.
It's goat man and trapping.
And I love Sophia.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another video. This week, we're gonna be staying overnight in a hotel made completely of ice. Will we survive? I guess we'll find out.
Michelle. I love Michelle.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am here at Paris Island in South Carolina to train like a Marine recruit for the next 3 days.
So a lot of good YouTubers came out of BuzzFeed. Yeah. But watching BuzzFeed as a kid, it was like, once again, watching trash TV.
Yeah.
Like, was $1,000 food taste better than $1 food? Like, we
Right.
know what the answer is.
Yeah.
Like, we know.
Yeah.
Like, why am I watching this? I don't know. It's trash TV. So,
And I also like their website because I'd go on and like try finding out what piece of bread I am. You know, like what kind of taco I was. Like I enjoyed doing that when I was bored as a kid. What's growing up on the internet without BuzzFeed? Honestly,
Literally,
like I feel like it belongs in A tier just because it wasn't like that bad. It was just kind of weird sometimes.
it was just a little strange. But besides that, I think they're going in A.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be constricted by what society tells us.
If we didn't have rogue, crazy adventurous people like you out there, we wouldn't have wonderful things like electricity or Netflix.
No, we can't talk about the YouTube experience without talking about the Fine Bros and their multiple React channels like Elders React, Kids React, Teenagers React, Dogs React, I don't know what they did.
Infants React, Dead Presidents React. Like, they've had everything react to everything.
And at one point they even tried copywriting the word React, which
was terrible.
Luckily did not happen.
I'm
Like, that
so
was
glad
weird.
that didn't happen. But besides that, their channel's like,
it does what it does. You
it
know,
does
like,
what it does. I enjoyed watching their videos, especially like Elders React.
Nothing in my world that I care to look at, be around, or even think about. But like I say, to each his own, live and let live.
They just plain look amazing. And they're so into it, and I'm glad they have an audience.
Oh, I just love it. It's something on TV. It makes me happy.
I feel like actually a lot of people are always mad at what their little kids said. I don't know
Because
why.
like little kids just say things like
they don't know. They don't know much. Like people would be like, I can't believe that kid does not
like they
appreciate.
do not have taste. Like that's a 5-year-old.
That they are 5 years old.
Like calm down.
Why does it matter so much to other people who you love and who you marry?
Because gay is bad for you.
So if someone was your friend and they turned out to be gay, would you still be their friend?
No.
When I was young, I did a gay video, and they're like, if you had a friend that was gay, would you accept it? And I went, no. Let me clarify something. I was only 5 years old, okay? I did not know anything. Honestly, in my head, I was like, what the heck is this dude talking about?
I think the React channel's not so bad. I think it belongs in B. Like,
it didn't really.
Yeah,
there's
like
nothing bad, nothing too good about it. So
yeah. The last company we can't not mention is Monster High. We obviously have a bunch of dolls in the background, and Monster High was a huge part of our life, and we loved to watch like the Monster High webisodes on YouTube and on their website. Like, I just could not mention them. Like,
I know that they're a company, they're not really a YouTuber, but I love them so much. And honestly, they saved me from watching all these problematic YouTubers when I was young, because I'd watch Onision and then I'd go watch a Monster High webisode,
which had preaching like acceptance and like loving yourself. So I combated like Onision and Shane Dawson.
Like, I'm so glad they're in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, Julia, I know you were just trying to tell me to love my freaky flaws.
Well, I don't have any flaws. Really? They're what give us our individuality and make us perfectly imperfect, just the way we are. Come celebrate our imperfections, and together we can stop hate.
Fuck you, Onision, fuck you, Shane Dawson.
And like a lot of their movies like covered really adult topics like in a fun kid way, which is just cool.
Like police brutality, racism.
Monsters! I knew it! You know you're not supposed to be on our side of town. What are you freaks up to?
Lilith, so they're monsters. Big deal. They weren't hurting anyone.
Not yet. But they will.
Misogyny.
Girls don't play scream. It's a boys' sport. It's tradition.
Then it's a stupid tradition.
They cover it all. They cover it all. And I still rewatch some of the movies to this day because they're so good. But moving on, Monster High's gonna go in S tier. This isn't a video about Monster High. Everyone should watch Monster High.
Okay, so these next YouTubers are YouTubers you may have not seen. They aren't that popular, but they are popular in very specific niches that we were a part of
as kids.
And we're talking about My Froggy Stuff.
I love My Froggy Stuff. She taught me how to make so many things as a kid. If you don't know My Froggy Stuff, she's basically a doll channel who teach you how to make like crafts and like things for your toys, like
so
dolls
she'd be like
and LPS.
How to make a couch for your Barbies, how to make a miniature thing for your Barbies,
like how to make a kitchen. Sometimes she'd do like whole room DIYs,
like so fun. And she actually helped me make a ton of sets for like our LPS channel. I used to follow her tutorials all the time, and she also did like doll reviews and unboxings. And if you're in the doll community, you know My Froggy Stuff, and you know that she's amazing.
Especially as a kid, I'd watch her like unbox like the newest Monster High doll or something, and like take notes on like if I want it or not.
And she'd make a lot of critiques on dolls with parents' perspectives in mind. So a lot of parents also watch her channel because she reviews dolls and tells parents if they're good for their kids or not, which I think is very cool and important.
So when this doll first came out, I was like, no way am I bringing this scary doll into my house. But after talking to a fellow mom, she convinced me to do my own research on the doll and find out what they were about. And what I found out after watching every episode of Monster High on YouTube is that they are really about celebrating our differences and accepting people for what they are.
She'd like have her daughter on, and her daughter would give her opinions on dolls and like also like help her make stuff or like make skits with her, which is just like cool. And she still does videos to this day.
You want to take the pictures and I move the car?
Yep.
Alright, this doesn't seem too complicated, right? Alright, here we go. Ready?
Hi, Sonia. Hey, Chloe.
But My Froggy Stuff, S tier.
S tier. I love My Froggy Stuff. Alright, so the next doll YouTube channel we're going to be talking about is a channel called Basil Mentos. She was a doll YouTuber who made videos with American Girl dolls. She did stop motion skits, and I think she also did like crafting videos as well.
I loved her stop motions, and she actually inspired me to make a stop motion with my American Girl doll, except mine was terrible. And hers was really good.
Actually, if you go down to like the very bottom of our channel, in one of our earlier videos, we like, a really old video, we like mentioned her like repeatedly. We're like, go watch Basil Mentos.
Subscribe to Basil Mentos. She's awesome. The mini pig thing was from Basil Mentos. Subscribe to her.
She really fueled my American Girl doll addiction.
Yeah,
like I only ever had 2 American Girl dolls, but like she kept my addiction alive.
Like before I even had an American Girl doll, I was watching her videos and like begging my dad to get me an American Girl doll for years. I think she was like either a tween or a teenager when she was making them, and she knew her audience was kids, so her content wasn't bad. Like she wasn't really a bad influence besides like making you want to buy dolls.
Right, so I put her in S tier. I love Basil Mentos.
She's S tier.
Alright, so now we're going to move into our other interests when we were kids, The Sims. We're still interested in The Sims now, but as a kid, we religiously played The Sims like all the time
every day.
Hours.
Every single day.
From dusk
until dawn.
We used to watch this channel called LGR.
Lazy Game Reviewer, who review a bunch of Sims 3 expansion packs, and they were so helpful to like help me decide whether or not I wanted to like beg my mom for a Sims game or not. I'm like, do I really want to beg my mom for the Sims game? Let me watch this video. Like, I love his videos, and they were so entertaining, which is why I include them on this list, because you might say, that's just like a game reviewer channel. There's hundreds of those. Right. His videos are so awesome. Like, the jokes he makes are so stupid, and I love the fact that he'd always make a whole section of the video talking about which chairs they added to the game. I just love his videos.
And a variety of chairs. Man, I'm sure glad we have more chairs. Oh yes, more chairs. Thank goodness, I was beginning to think they forgot.
There is one major addition that launched with this expansion, and that is memories. Memories are... Well, if you don't know what memories are, just try to remember, and I'm sure you'll get it.
Oh look, here's an ad for SimCity's Cities of Tomorrow expansion. Even centuries into the future, we can't quite escape the marketing machine of EA, can we? When they're on land, they sprout scaly legs, which is awesome, but also unfortunate since I can think of at least one redhead who could have kept a voice if she had this ability.
And even a couple different water slides, which are just awesome, although you may have to fight off Grandpa for a turn.
So I think that puts him in S tier. I forgot to put him on the list again. Isn't that him? Oh yeah, he's right here. Yeah. I've never seen a picture of his face, so I forgot he looked like this. S tier. Alright, next we're talking about another Sims YouTuber that went by the name The Queen. Oh my god. I loved her content. She basically was a Sims Let's Player and would just play The Sims. My favorite series of hers was when she played The Sims 3, I think Island Paradise, and she moved her Sims onto an island, tried running a hotel. It was so fun. I remember specifically like just refreshing her channel when I was like young and bored at my dad's house, like waiting for a new video to come up. Yeah. Her videos were so fun, and I loved that. I mean, a lot of Sims players use custom content, but she didn't really use that much custom content, and like I didn't know how to download custom content as a kid, so I loved like watching someone who had like an obtainable Sims family. Yeah, if you know what I mean. I remember like one thing from her games was like that she loved to make guy Sims with like body hair, and she was like always going on about how attractive she thought like guy Sims looked with body hair, and I just thought that was so funny because like I don't know, she just like had such a personality and like sense of humor in her videos. I just love watching them.
Hey guys, it's Queen, and I am seriously freaking out right now. I cannot contain myself. Like, the best expansion pack for The Sims 3 has come out. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh my god, seriously, see a guy with this hairstyle, go crazy, because this is actually kind of hot. I want it. Too bad my boyfriend doesn't have long hair. Oh, he's running. Oh, that was such a, oh, look at him. He's like, wait, I don't want to get in the water. He's like, oh my god, he's like taking his slow time while this dude is like going under. You know, we gotta give him the body hair. I love body hair. It looks like he went for a wax and just couldn't finish it. Seriously, that's what that looks like.
So I just love her content so much. Yeah, and especially because I never got to play Island Paradise because like every time I tried downloading the game it would just like glitch and never work. So I lived vicariously like through her Let's Plays. Yeah, I love her channel and she's our first YouTuber on this list and only one that actually passed away. Yeah. And she's like the first celebrity like death I've ever experienced. And I forget how old I was when she died. Maybe probably like 13 at the oldest. Yeah. 14. I cried. I cried. Yeah. It was early in the morning. I just sat there like, what do I do? Like I was just devastated. Like my mom came in my room and she was like, what? And I was like, just like I'm like, I don't even know how to tell you this. I was like, someone died. She was like, who? And I was like, the Sims YouTuber The Queen. And she was like, who? And I was like, you don't understand. She's so amazing. And that's why she's on this list because she was like a really core part of my childhood and I loved her videos and I really miss her. I think her channel did continue on for a little bit. Like her sister, I think, made videos. I don't know about her channel right now. I could look it up, put it on screen. Maybe it's active. I'm not sure. I think her sister runs it. Yeah. At least last time I knew. I love her and now I want to play The Sims. She's going on S tier immediately. S tier. Boom. Boom. S tier. Next, if you were any type of artist on YouTube in the early 2010s, 2000s, you've watched Mark Crilly. Like, oh my god. Mark Crilly. He's iconic. Like, and we have receipts that we watched him, okay?
We used to be obsessed with Mark Curley. We had all 3 of his books at one point. Like, I remember bringing this book to, like, middle school and, like, opening it up and drawing in class, like, looking at the references. Like, I was obsessed, and I'd watch his YouTube videos all the time. And he taught me how to draw, like, anime-style eyes and, like, bodies. And he was, like, he taught, you how to draw in an anime style, but he also taught, like, anatomy and a bunch of, like, basic, like, core things you need to learn if you want to draw people. And he taught in one of his books, he taught you how to draw different body types, which is cool because a lot of anime doesn't really have diverse body types, so it's cool that he incorporated that into, like, an anime style. And he loves, like, I love his videos. They're so calming. They're like ASMR without ASMR. Yeah. Like, he'll just draw and his voice is so calming. And you can just hear the pencil, like. And I know a lot of people get stressed out making art or compare themselves to others, but every time I watch Mark Curley, like, I was never jealous. I was, like, inspired, and he made me want to keep drawing. Yeah, and he gave advice during his videos, and he also, like, he made books and comics of his own, so he also talked about the process of, like, doing that, which is, like, really cool.
Hey there everybody, it's Mark Curley. I'm back with another video. You know, I've been doing how to draw videos on YouTube since 2007. At this stage, you really want to compare the distance here, and the distance here, and the distance here. I'd say there's sort of 3 different distances that you're going to have to be comparing, and you're flipping it, you know, and I have always loved drawing. The act of putting pencil to paper is just endlessly fascinating to me, and in that sense, it doesn't feel like, oh, it's time to practice. No, I love it. Give me a pencil and paper. I can't think of anything I'd rather do.
I think he still posts this day, and I'm about to go watch some of his videos right now. Yeah. And I know a lot of you guys, like, we're really lucky that a lot of you guys say that we inspired you guys to draw with some of our old drawing videos, and he inspired us to draw. Yeah. So if we inspired you to draw,
thanks Mark Curley.
Yeah, thank he inspired us. Go watch his videos because I love him with my whole soul.
He goes on S tier.
Boom. Last but not least, we're moving on to a few channels we wanted to mention that made LPS related content. As we mentioned 1,000 times in this video, we used to make LPS videos. Let me grab our mascots. These were our little mascots, and this is where our Red Moon and Blue Moon names come from. Red Moon, Blue Moon. And we watched a ton of LPS content on YouTube, and that's what inspired us to become LPS tubers. So we just wanted to quickly highlight some LPS tubers that inspired us to become LPS tubers. First of all, LPS Hannah.
We love LPS Hannah.
She's iconic. I think she's one of the most popular LPS tubers there is. I loved her music videos. I think she had some series.
Yeah,
and like
she did skits and like she did haul videos. She'd like open LPS and talk about rare LPS, and I just loved it. I soaked it all in. I loved her channel.
I love LPS Hannah.
And Flex, she commented on one of our videos. She did. She inspired us to make YouTube videos, and after a few years we got popular enough for LPS Hannah to see our videos, and that's just so sick.
So sick.
I think I could die happy. Like,
I could die happy that
she commented on our video.
She commented on one of them.
Hey guys! It's Hannah here!
I love her so much, and if you're watching this LPS Hannah, I love you. I love you so much. Yeah. So she goes S tier.
Yeah,
immediate S tier. We also wanted to mention LPS Lover. We don't officially have her on this list, but I love her videos. I think she's a VTuber now.
Yeah.
I love her. I used to watch her series all the time.
She had like more supernatural, like dark series, and I love that because I watched Grave 3 Yard Girl and other channels that talked about supernatural things. I just love her channel.
And her characters are so funny and goofy, and I really felt like she could be a voice actor.
Yeah.
Because her character voices were so good.
Yeah.
So, your name is Trinity White? What's it to you, Earthling? Ooh, we got a fancy one here. Did somebody say blueberries? Those are my favorite.
Hey, you. Are you all ready to go to Oregon?
Of course. Now, excuse me. I've got some dumpster diving to do.
If those red things on the pizza aren't pepperonis, then, what are they?
How am I supposed to know?
Cut! Someone get the kid off the pizza!
I love LPS Tube, and we just had to highlight LPS Tube and LPS Tubers because I wouldn't be who I am today without LPS Tube and all of you guys watching our videos. So thank you so much. And let's move on to rating our own channel.
Wait, I wanted to mention
what?
The Webkins channel we used to watch.
Let's rate our own channel first. Okay, hang on. So our channel belongs in S tier
immediately because this is our list. We can do what we want.
We can do what we want.
We love our channel. We love our old videos. We love our new videos, and we love the period of time in which we did reaction videos, even though it's controversial.
You know, some people hate when like their past comes back to haunt them. So every time I post like a TikTok, someone's like, I know you from somewhere. Where do I know you from?
Yeah.
Where do I know you from? And I'm like, I was an LPS tuber, and they go, oh my god. And it makes me so happy to see people like remember us. And yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
And
I love our time in LPS Tube. We previously privated all of our LPS videos because we didn't want people to see them. But then we decided they're part of our past, they're part of us, and we're not going to forget about them, so that's why we're putting our old channel and our channel now in S tier. The last channel we're going to mention is this Webkinz channel we used to watch. Obviously, Webkinz was a big thing in the 2000s, and as a kid, we were obsessed with Webkinz, went on the website and everything, had like a whole pile of stuffed animals, like tons. And I used to also watch Webkinz YouTube videos. A lot of the YouTube videos were just like YouTube videos of kids making like low quality like skits or videos with their Webkinz. It's different from LPS Tube. LPS Tube was like a whole production, like Webkinz was more low key. Yeah.
But I remember this channel, and I went on a search the other night, like, looking for it, and the channel, like, the creator who made the channel, like, deleted a lot of their videos, and I only found a channel who re-uploaded, like, about 15 other videos to their channel, and I could not find the video that, like, I always quote to this day.
Like, to this day.
Like, it was a video about, like, Webkinz, like, waiting in line for a bathroom or something, and there's these two poodle characters were in it, and I just remember the two poodle characters going, pee pee poodle pals, pee pee poodle pals. Pee pee poodle pals, and sometimes I, like, repeat that in my head, like, it gets stuck in my head to this day, and, like, that YouTube channel left, like, such an impact on me, and it's so sad I couldn't find the exact video that's from, and now I just look fucking crazy, you know, like, literally, I just look weird, but I know for a fact it's this channel, Strawberry516, because they have these two poodle characters in it, and I recognize their voice a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that has to be the channel. I'm so sad, like, all of their YouTube videos are deleted, and that's just devastating, and now I just look crazy because I'll never be able to reference that video. I saw this post on Reddit of someone being like, do you remember that, like, does anyone remember that, like, Webkinz channel? And, like, no one answered them, but I'm like, I know that channel's living in other people's subconscious, like, I know it,
it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
And that's what YouTube's all about. Like we said in the beginning of this video, facts don't matter. Okay, they do matter, but facts don't matter. It's people's memories that matter, that make YouTubers what they are. If people don't care about you, you're not a YouTuber. It doesn't matter how many Wikipedia pages you have about you.
Yeah.
You gotta stay in people's memories.
You gotta leave an impact on people.
So that's why we made this list based off our own memories, because that's what being a YouTuber is all about. Your career is in the hands of the people, and your impact is what impacts people. Yeah. I'm kind of saying the same thing 100 times.
Kind of saying, hard to explain. But.
Yeah. This is our final list. We're going to add the people I forgot to put pictures for right here. Here's our final list. If you have any other video ideas, make sure you comment them down below. We make a ton of different types of content right now, so if you're new here, hello. Hello. We make a lot of content about toys, so we're sorry about that.
Nostalgia. That's kind of why we made this. It's in line with, like, the nostalgia part of our channel.
Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and just remember, to dream is to expand your imagination and to create your own reality. Anything is possible, and things don't have to make sense.
See you in our next video.